Hi all, it's your guy here, the unknown, and today I want to show you how to create a good, well-organized trading journal, and I'll also share why you should have it and why every consistent trader has it. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to create a well-structured and well-organized journal like this one. Okay, let me show you something from the beginning. As you can see right now, I have a couple of trades here and the dates on when they happened, and when I click over here I have the description about the trade, everything that happened on the day, why I entered it, and all sort of stuff. Okay, and as you can see, I also have the charts of the trade. When I click here, I actually get the charts of the entire day, what really transpired, what I saw, and everything like that. And during the weekend, I just go through my trading journal to see where I made mistakes, how I'm improving, and all sort of stuff. Okay, and yes, I'm gonna show you all the steps. Okay, and you're gonna be using a free platform. Okay, so first of all, why should you have a trading journal? The most important thing is most of you don't have mentors. Okay, and for people who have mentors will actually hold them by hand every step of the way. They will review their trades, they will hold them accountable, and all sort of stuff, which in return speeds up the process of learning. This is important. It speeds up the process of learning. Okay, and you actually become better as you minimize on your weakness and improve or grow on or build on more on your on your strengths. Okay, so a trading journal will hold you accountable. It will improve the learning process. In other words, it will speed up the learning process. Okay, it will actually serve as a mentor because it will hold you accountable every time you take a trade. Then you can go back and see what was happening on that day, what was running through your mind, how the charts were setting up, where the setup was, why did you enter into a trade. Okay, one thing I know is that most newbies or most people who are not consistent, what they do is actually they rely on the MT4 platform. When you go to the MT4 platform, you click on histories, you will get the histories of your previous trade, how much you made, how much you lost. But that's not enough. Okay, because that only shows you the lot size you used, the dates when you took the trade, the time when you took it, and the result. Okay, how much you lost and how much you actually earned. Okay, but that's not enough. Okay, your trading journal has to go deeper and give you things like why did you enter. Okay, that's the first thing that will improve your trading journey, because it will hold you accountable. And we all know that once you are held accountable, you become more responsible, and that actually facilitates the process of growing. Okay, you can grow fast, very fast, into consistency by eliminating all the bad behaviors like taking bad trades and all sort of stuff, and I'll show you everything. Okay, so things that you should include in your trading plan. Okay, we already mentioned why you should have it. It's gonna quicken your learning process and it's gonna hold you accountable, and you'll also be able to test different strategy, see the one that's working for you, and stick to the one that's working for you. We always talk about having an A+ setup. Okay, today we're not going to talk about that because we did in our previous video. Subscribe so that you don't miss another video, and you can just go back and look into our previous videos. Okay, so with that said, it's highly important to have a trading journal. Okay, it will really help you. Okay, it will help you. It will also help you follow your trading plan. Okay, because as we all know, there's a saying, you either fail to plan, and failing to plan is actually planning to fail. Okay, so guys, if you really want to be consistent, and if you are if you see yourself as a trader and you really want to build a career in this, then you must do things the right way. Okay, so here are a couple of things you should include in your trading plan. First of all, your mindset. Okay, your mindset, because every time you go to a chart, one thing that you're gonna experience is like you actually gonna you might be experiencing fear at that moment. Okay, you must be able to tell what you were experiencing in your mind. Sometimes you feel scared, sometimes you feel overexcited, sometimes like your trading plan is actually battling with your mind. Your plan says take it now because all your criteria have been met. However, your mind says no, this is a bad one. And based on my experience, most of the time, according to your mind, you might think you took a very good trade, okay, whereas you took a very poor one. And sometimes you feel like that trade was so bad, and you are second guessing it, just to find out that just because it was part of your plan, it actually turned out to be a very, very good trade. Okay, so most of the time you'll find that your mind is actually conflicting with your plan, and it is your plan that will actually grow your business. Okay, why? Because if you haven't gone through the right psychological preparations, of which we have a couple of videos, if you go to our playlist and view videos in a playlist called Start Here, you will find a lot of videos about psychology and how to get your psychology right. So if you are not ready psychologically, your mind, actually your left brain, is actually built in a way that it becomes defensive. Okay, it defends you, it becomes protective, it's super protective. And we all know that it will actually protect you against growth, because it wants to keep you in the comfort zone. It wants to keep you in a zone where you don't experience pain. Okay, in other words, you won't be able to risk anything. Why? Because it is all about being overprotective. Okay, and on the other side, your right brain is the less brain used, because it uses intelligence. It doesn't uses your previous experience. Okay, your left brain actually uses your past experience. If you have gone through a lot of pain, if you have gone through a lot of losses, if you have low self-esteem, those are the experience that will be used to make decisions. Therefore, if your brain is not in the right state, then you will be bringing all the past, all the bad experiences into the market. So you must write down in your journal how you feel before the trade, during the trade, and after the trade, so that later when you review it, you will see if your mind is actually standing in front of your progress. Okay, because that's what happens most of the time. And if you look at big prop firms, I'm not talking about these prop firms that are currently growing each and every day. I'm talking about real prop firms that actually hire good traders and make money when traders are highly profitable, not these ones that make money when traders fail. Okay, but there's nothing wrong with that, and we're not gonna go into that. However, one thing you should know is that these big problems, once one of their well-performing traders starts declining, or the performance starts going down, okay, because they measure based on the win rate. And we always talk about that. We always say on this channel that your wins or losses means nothing. It all boils down to win rates. Okay, just go to previous videos, you will start understanding that. So when the win rate of their best performing traders starts going down, what they do is they take those traders to psychologists, because they know that one thing that can actually interfere with good performance is actually the mindset. Okay, sometimes you find that, okay, a trader is going through a lot, or there's a lot happening in their families, or maybe they've just lost their loved ones, or whatsoever it is that is actually interrupting with their calm mind of state. Okay, so they take those guys to see psychologists, because they have in-house psychologists. Most of them have in-house psychologists, and those psychologists just help those traders regain their confidence and their strength back into the market. Okay, so you must be able to identify how you feel before, during, and after a trade. That's highly important. Okay, you must write this every day, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, and then you must write things like your potential trading area. Okay, like for instance, if you follow this channel, you already know that there are certain things we look at. Things like we want to have a signal day, we want to have a setup, which we talk about in almost all our videos. You can just go and look at that. I'm not going to explain this again. And then we talk about things like patterns, break-in structure. We talk about retesting back into the structure, and then engulfing down. So all this comes to the criteria on the day. And what this will do, it will actually give you a reason to enter into your trade. Okay, it will give you a reason to enter into your trade. For example, if you are to cross a road, we all know from when we were young, we are actually taught when we were at crèche, preschool or primary school, or whatever you call it, we were taught that you must look at both sides. Okay, left, right, left, and then you can cross. Okay, that's what we are all taught. Okay, so you know that for you to enter into a trade, you must first be safe. You must enter your trade in at the most safest place, okay, according to your plan. Okay, so you must also record the criteria. The reason we look for an engulf, I spoke about this a lot in my previous video. The reason we look for an engulf after we have got a pattern and a break-in structure, and then a trade back into the pattern and then engulf. The reason we look for the engulf is because we want to enter at the most safest place, so that even if we lose it, then we know that, okay, fine, we lost, that's it. Okay, we lost, that's it, and there's nothing wrong with the loss. Hence, wins and losses mean nothing to us. It's only the win rate that means something to us. Okay, but you must enter at the most safest place. Okay, so if you are just taking careless trades, that happens more, especially if you're still starting. Even if you have been in the game for years, you can still find yourself taking emotional decisions, because, as I said, it all boils back to psychology. Okay, so I strongly recommend you going to our playlist on the channel, Term Start Here. You will learn a lot about psychology, because that's the foundation of everything. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that today. So as you can see, you record that, and you have to record that. Then you have to record how you managed the trade during the day. Okay, how you managed it. Okay, in other words, what was your stop loss? What made you put your stops there? Okay, what made you put your stops there? Because remember, we just said that you must enter when it's more safest to enter. Therefore, you must be accountable. You must have a reason why you place your stops where you place them. And here's the most important thing: everything starts and ends before you actually execute. Before you execute, you already know where your stops should be, you already know where your take profit should be, and you already know where your entry should be. So these are the things you must record. Okay, you must also write how do you trail stops. Everything actually is outlined on your plan. Okay, it's outlined on your plan, so your journal just serves as a record, okay, to assure you that you are actually executing everything outlined in your plan, or you are actually taking things according to your plan. Why? Because it's much more easier to actually deviate from your plan. Why? Because this is an emotional game. Okay, this is an emotional game, or let's not call it a game, because it's a business. However, it's an industry that plays a lot with your emotions. Hence, again, it boils back to psychology. Okay, because you must be able to control your emotions, which is highly important. Okay, so you must actually have a record of where you placed your stops, where you entered, how did you where you set your take profit, and why you set your take profit. Okay, let me just give you an example. You know that on this channel, one thing we focus on is an extension, and we use a Fibonacci, which in our case, it's not an ordinary Fibonacci with Fibonacci level like Sigisti whatsoever. No, it's just an expansion, 50% expansion maybe of the pattern, 50% expansion maybe of the consolidation, 100% expansion, 200% expansion, 300% expansion. And in our case, we all know that we focus more on the number 3. Okay, I'm not gonna talk more about that because it's all in the previous videos. You can just go and watch. Okay, so you must record everything. Okay, if you trail your stops in as a way of protecting the profits that are already generated, how and where did you trail your stops to? Okay, because this will actually help you. Okay, it will help you quicken your the process of learning. By holding you accountable, you will be able to recognize where you are making mistakes, where you are going wrong. Are you jumping in early? Do you have to slow down, be a little patient, wait for the whole setup to show up, wait for all your criteria to show up? Are you actually following your criteria, or are you just using emotions to jump in because you are scared of missing out on all sort of stuff? Okay, and then you must record the performance. How did it go? Okay, was it a good win? Was it a good loss? Was it a bad win? Was it a bad loss? Oh, he's talking about bad wins. How can there be a bad win? Yes, there are many bad wins, and we will talk about this in a moment. Okay, and then you must also record your goal achieved. Okay, goals achieved. In this case, I'm not talking about monetary goals, because I all know that's the goal after all, but most especially before you become super disciplined, the main goal is to follow your trading plan. So you must write the goal achieved. In this particular trade, did you actually follow your plan? Okay, are you succeeding in following your plan? Okay, that's one of the most reasonable goals you can set. Okay, and now, as I said, I'm just gonna jump into the platform that we discussed earlier on. Okay, and this platform is called Trello.com. I'll put the link in this description. It's a free platform. As you can see here, I don't have mini trades here because I was keeping a separate journal, which I was using spreadsheets. Okay, so I have to actually export all my records to this platform. Okay, so I just started using it recently and it's well organized, hence I'm sharing with everybody here. As you can see already, I'm just gonna export. I already have all my records on my spreadsheet because I keep my journal every time. Okay, so I'm just gonna put day 2 trades here. I'm gonna put day 3 trades here. These are the good trades. Okay, I'm gonna put every good trade here, irrespective of it's a day 2 trades or day 3 trades. Okay, those who follow this channel already know what I'm talking about when I talk about day 2, day 3. Okay, because that's the strategy we use. And I'm gonna put my records of good losses, bad wins, and bad losses. Okay, this is what I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep the record of all these things on this platform because for me it is so organized and actually easy to go through. Okay, let me just show you something. This is a trade that happened on the 27th. Okay, took this on the 27th. Okay, so let's see. As you can see, I have the description of the entire trade. Okay, I'm still gonna add some of the things as we were discussing them, but already here I have written perfect day 2 continuation trade. The feeling was great as the signal, day setup, and pattern were presented well. I was happy to get such an amazing opportunity. Okay, I didn't complete here. The lesson is that not all day 3 are reversals. Some will obviously be continuations. Stop loss was 1 bar and take profit was an expansion of 2. I told you it's all or if you follow this channel, we use expansions. Okay, this is what we use for take profits. The trade was making lower lows and lower highs, front side towards the downside. Okay, and there's a lot I added here. Okay, and there's still more that I'm gonna add, as I have been outlining that you should put your mindset. My mindset is there, my criteria is there, my management is there. Okay, and the performance of the trade was a win, and the goal. These are the 2 things I haven't written on that one yet because it's still on my on my Excel, but I'm gonna just just add it here. Okay, so this one, it's actually a nice platform because during the weekends I just want to go back and review all my previous trades, and this helps me. Let me show you what happens when I click here. Okay, it gives me this image of the trade on the day. Okay, okay, this is something it gives me. Okay, it gives you an image, of the trade on that particular day. Okay, so you will actually be able to know exactly what is happening or what happened on the day. Okay, okay, so guys, this is a very good platform. It's called Trello.com, Trello.com, and it's not really hard. Let me show you how you put your pictures over here. Okay, let me just come to okay, let's come here. Okay, you are gonna sign up to Trello. Okay, you're gonna sign up to Trello. I'll put the link in the description. It's free, and you're gonna come to create. There's a create button up here, and then you say create board, and then you just write the board. Maybe okay, you can write your name on. Okay, let me just write this, and who you want to share this with. Actually, you can share with someone. Okay, you can make someone a member, and they can see and actually go through your trades, and they will be able to help you. Okay, and actually I think I want to, okay, if you click here you can see public or what, but if you say public, everybody on the board will see. All the people you added as partners will be able to see. And one thing I'm actually thinking of is maybe I will select few people who really want to be accountable, people who really want to grow, and I will just go through their trades and review them. Maybe yeah, I'll do that for free actually. Okay, because I really want to help some people, but it all also depend. Okay, so it's something I'm trying to decide whether I'll do it or not. Okay, but I really want to do that and help a couple of people. I'll show you how. You see here, you can just write good trades, as I did, and then you add this one, and then you come to it. Okay, you come to it, and here this is where you can write all the criterias, everything that we discussed previously. You can just add it over here. Okay, everything we discussed previously, you can actually add it here, and then after that you can just put in the date. As you can see, you can select the date, put in the date and save. Okay, and then you come to attachments. You see attachments here, it says you can choose a file, or else you can just go and paste the link. Where do you actually get the link from? Let's go to MetaTrader. This is our MetaTrader. Okay, what I do is I go to file. Okay, we go to file, and actually we say save as a picture. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Once we click on save as a picture, it's gonna actually appear on a web. Okay, and then you just click and copy the screenshots. You actually click and copy the screenshot, and then after doing that, what's gonna happen is you just gonna paste in your your link here. Okay, paste in your link here, and then it's gonna pull in the screenshot. Okay, that's how you save your board, and then you just click save, and everything over here will be saved into this thing. Okay, good trades, sorry. Okay, okay, good trades. Okay, this is what you do. Okay, and everything will actually be stored here. Okay, so all in all, this is how you're gonna do it. It's a very nice board, and it will actually keep you accountable for everything you do. Okay, like let me show you. after clicking on your MetaTrader, you're gonna come to the screenshot like this, which will actually be online, and then you just say copy image, okay, and that's actually the image you're gonna put in here. Let me show you. Let me say attachment, because I think showing you will be much better. You see uploading file, and then here's your screenshot. It's here. Now you can write everything that happened on the day. Okay, so basically one thing this is good with is it will help you during the weekend. You can come and just go through all the trades you've taken, okay, and then as you can see, you'll have losses, which are good losses. Good losses are actually the losses that you incurred after taking everything that's on your plan, okay. If you execute everything on your plan and you experience a loss, that's a good loss, okay. Those are losses you need. Why people are so scared of losses? Why are you scared of losses? Because if you don't want to lose, then you won't win. Why? Because every position you open, you don't know if it's gonna be a win or a loss. You don't know. There's a random distribution between wins and losses, which means yes, actually if your win rate is 80%, still you're gonna lose 20. How can you go around saying I have a win rate of 80% and still feel angry or still feel like disappointed in yourself? You beat yourself so bad when you go through a loss. Then what's the reason for going around and saying you have a win rate of 80% if you are not happy with losing those 20 trades out of 100 trades? Because as far as I know, a win rate of 80% means one thing. It means out of 100 trades, you're going to win 80 and lose 20. So out of those 20 you're going to lose. You don't know which position is going to be a win and a loss, because you don't know when entering into a trade. You don't know if it's actually going to be a win or a loss. Why? Because there are variables that you can't control. You can't control who's buying, you can't control who's selling, and you can't control who is exiting, okay. So since you can control that, and the people who sold, who exited, who entered into a trade during your previous trade that you won, won't be the people who will be active on your next trade. In other words, it means you can't keep the variables the same, okay. There are things you can control, which is your plan and your rules, and there are things you can't control, which is who is opening a position from where, how much lot they are taking, when they decide to exit, why are they exiting, okay. So control what you can control, okay. Don't worry about losses. Losses are gonna be there, and don't be emotional about them, okay. And that's an important state of mind that you should read. Just go and watch through our start here, go to psychology, and you'll understand how these things happen, okay. So you must be accountable, and don't be shy to put your losses. I'm gonna show you this in 3 weeks or a month. You can just remind me, and I'll have all my previous data included. You'll see there are good losses, and there are bad losses. Bad losses, sometimes you feel like, oh yeah, this one, it's a good trade, I should take it, and you take it. It's not in your plan. That's a bad loss. If you win it, that's a bad loss. Why? Because you can't account for that. Why did you enter? Okay, is it on your plan? No. Why did you enter? You can't account for that. And if such trades start compiling, if they start growing and growing and growing, then you know that you are actually not following your plan. So this thing will help you be accountable, okay. Be accountable. When you go through it, you're gonna beat yourself a lot, and it's that beating that brings the best part of you out. Remember, there is pain that actually brings the best out of us, okay. There is good pain and there is bad pain. There is a pain that actually, say for instance, you read the whole night, or say for instance you had a test, you didn't read at all, okay. You were playing, you went to read 1 hour and you thought like you were ready, then you go and fail, okay. Yes, you're gonna beat yourself. Maybe you're the only person who failed in the class. You're gonna beat yourself and say this, but you never gonna repeat that mistake again. Next time you're gonna read, okay. That's a good pain. A pain that brings the best out of you is a good pain, okay. So That's the whole reason for journaling. Once you keep your journal, there's certain trades you're gonna go through and you're gonna beat yourself so bad. Why? Because you didn't follow your plan. Okay, you didn't take the best setup that you understand. Okay, you allowed the emotions to get triggered and took something that didn't even set up the right way. You're gonna feel so bad, and that's the best step for growth. Okay, so if you are not journaling, I suggest you start journaling, and this is a very good platform. I will be adding all my records from my Excel. I also have a folder with all those trades. I even have the links, so I'm just gonna put everything in, and in a week or two, actually just give me 3 weeks, I'll show you after I filled this whole thing with all my trades. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, because this thing really helps you become accountable. Because if I say, for instance, I'm gonna click and then I can read here, okay, and then I can click and then just see the screenshot on the day, then I can come through this screenshot and just give myself time to reflect back and see what I really did, where I messed up. Okay, and this will actually help you omit all the mistakes and be perfect. And I think if you feel like you need someone to actually go through your previous trades and just give recommendations, okay, you can actually send me an email and I will just go through them. Okay, you can send me an email and a link to that particular trade if you are actually storing it on this platform, and I'll just go through it and I will be happy to actually assist where I can. But please, 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 if the emails become too many, I won't be able to do that. Besides, I'm doing all these things for free, so I only need people who are serious about this. Okay, I don't need your lot size. I don't need the results of how much you make. I don't want to know the depth of everything. I don't want to know how much you opened. I don't want to know. I want to see your charts and just know where you entered, and then you can write what you saw on that day, what is what and what is what, and then maybe I can just go through that and I will give my feedbacks. Okay, because the goal is to grow together. Okay, so yeah, I think this is it for now, and thank you.